This is Ed Weir. Today we're going to talk about suspending Social Security benefits. I've had a lot of questions recently. So our format is going to be, we're going to talk about that. That's going to be our today's topic. And then I'm going to open it up for live question and answers. So anything you got on Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, make sure you type it in the chat down there and then we'll get to all of your questions. Remember, everybody, please press like and make sure you are subscribed. Invariably, what happens is somebody says, "Oh, I don't have a question right now," and then you know what happens when you throw something away? You need it the next week. So make sure you subscribe, and that way, next week, if you, your family, friends, relatives have questions on all things Social Security or Medicare, then you will have you will remember me. There's so much garbage out there. I just saw another guy put up a video about $2,000 stimulus coming in, and there's just so much clickbait out there. I wish these people would stop because it's a disservice, because those people are going to be calling Social Security and asking, "Oh, heard we're getting a stimulus, or heard we're getting all this extra money," and yeah, it just please stop it out there. Come on, come on. I know you're looking for clicks and clickbait on your channel, but you're it's okay. All right, I'll get off that. Okay, so today's topic is going to be suspending your benefits. And why would anybody suspend their benefits? Well, I get questions all the time about that, and let's get right into it. All right. So obviously, let me throw up the numbers for working and receiving benefits. Let's see here. So it's basically people that work. And what happens is people, contact me all the time and they say, "Okay, I'm going to make over that amount." And what's going to happen? Well, there's a couple of ways you can do it. So the first way you can do it is just, okay, if you're going to go five or $10,000 over. So if you're going to go $10,000, if you're going to make what, $32,000, you can not do anything and just realize that the following year, Social Security is going to send you a nice, sweet little letter that says you're $5,000 overpaid, because again, $10,000 over the limit. They hold back $1 for every $2 you go over. So you owe Social Security $5,000. So that's one strategy. This year, you continue to work, earn over that amount, and then realize that $1 for every $2 is going to be held, is they're going to want back. So you can just, put that in the bank, and then when you get the bill, just pay it. That's one option. Because if you're just going to go over a little bit and you'll be able to pay it back and all that kind of good stuff, then that's an option. Because working for the Social Security Administration for a few decades, I know their system. It's the basic system, NCS, PCOM, is built on Fortran and COBOL. So people that have been around computers for a while, it's basically 1970s language. they're trying to build all kinds of stuff on top of it, but it's still, yeah, 1970s language. Um, so yeah, it's if you call up Social Security and want to start your benefits and restart it and stuff like that, it's sometimes difficult, and you're going to get missing checks and all the rest of it. So there's one option. Just go ahead and don't do anything, and expect to get the overpayment letter and just pay it back. Okay. Another option is if you're definitely going to go over for the long term, you're 64 years old and you know for the next couple of years you're going to go over, just call Social Security and suspend your benefits. Say, thanks, but no thanks. I've decided to go back to work and I'm going to make considerably over the annual earnings limit. So just go ahead and stop my benefits. And they can just suspend your benefits, no problem. You don't have to pay back anything. Um, you know, delete your application and pay all the years back. You don't have to do any of that. In fact, what happens is people say, okay, well, um, what happens? Do I get more money later? Yes, yes. Actually, what happens is, say for instance, you take your benefits 30 months early. Okay, so you take your benefits 30 months early. So every month you take your benefits early, you're reduced a month. A few dollars, $4, $5, $6, $7, depends how much your benefit amount is. So you're reduced a little bit every month you take it early. Okay, so let's say you take it 30 months early. Okay, so you're reduced by 30 months. And then you go along and everything is cool and copacetic. And then you get a job and you go back to work after 10 months. Right? So that means you've got 10 months worth of benefits. And then for the next 20 months, you don't, because you suspend your benefits, right? What happens is when you turn your full retirement age, Social Security looks at your record and says, okay, this person is being reduced by 30 months. But they only took their benefits for 10 months and then they suspended it for 20. So they will recalculate it, and your benefit going forward for the rest of your life will be just that amount minus the 10 months. The 20 months will be added back in there, and that's completely automatic. You don't have to do anything. It takes a little bit of time because again, they have to wait till you're full retirement age, to see how many months to add back in there. So it takes a little bit of time, and again, computer systems based on 1970s technology, so it might take a few months. So don't and as soon as you hit 67 years old, don't expect the following month to jump up immediately. It does unfortunately take a little bit of time. All right, so that's how you do it, and this counts for spouse benefits. This counts for retirement. This counts for survivor benefits. Disability obviously is a whole different ball of wax, because there's trial work periods, an extended period of eligibility, and all the rest of it. So make sure I'm doing a series on disability. I just did the fourth episode of the disability series. I just uploaded that a couple of days ago. So make sure you check that out. Okay. So I think we talked about that. So let's see what kind of questions we have here. So make sure everybody presses like and subscribe, and make sure you share all this information. We really, really, really need help getting the information out there. So need your help. So please share this channel, because again, there's just so much misinformation. And Social Security, if you're calling them, you're a couple hour wait, and there's so many new employees, and social media is not being any help. It's just a bunch of clickbait and misinformation and partial information. And yeah, so anything you can do to get this channel out there, we like to do things, give you all the tips, tricks, and secrets, and do things correctly and give you the correct information. So if you could share on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and contact your local news. If you got any famous celebrities in the family, make sure they retweet and whatever, re-X or whatever it is nowadays. Okay. All right. So let's get into some questions. Let's see. We got some Hayes. Hey, Liberty. Hello, Dr. Ed Weir. Hey, how you doing? What else we got here? Nancy, good afternoon, Dr. Ed. Hey, what's up? Someone says no sound. Have I been talking all this time and people haven't been able to hear me? Mhm. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, it looks like it. All right. Yeah. According. Okay. All right. Let's see here. So, Liberty question. Now that my son is on SSDI and SSI, his SSI will be reduced. Not sure how this works. I guess it's called concurrent income. His SSI is 943, and now SSDI will be 606. Yeah, so basically, sounds okay. Oh, okay. All right, good, good. All right. Let's see here. Yes. So SSI, the max you can get is 943. Some states give you, like California gives you a couple of $100 extra above and beyond SSI, but that's that's not SSI. That's just a state kind of a supplement. So what happens is, yeah, a lot of people don't realize this, that you can get SSI and SSDI at the same time. So what basically happens is, if you're on SSI, $943, and you're just going along, and then all of a sudden you are eligible for SSDI for whatever reason, because you worked or you're from a parent or something. And just like this, so he's going to, let's say, $600 to make my gorilla math easier. So if he's going to receive $600 from SSDI, that means he'll receive $600 from there, and they'll take that away from SSI. So the total amount he gets will be 943, but $600 of that will come from the Social Security Disability Insurance Trust Fund, and the other $343 will come from the SSI, general taxation. So, and sometimes there's a kind of a $20 little bump in there depending on the situation. So, but yeah, so the total amount would be the 943. So he'll be able to get both. And because he's getting SSDI, then he'll also be eligible for Medicare as well after being on it, for 2 years. So if he's on SSI, he should be what's called, before I worked for Social Security, I worked for the Department of Social Services there. And if you're on SSI, you're categorically eligible for Medicaid. So if he's receiving Medicaid, and then later on, when he becomes eligible for Medicare, he can have both. He can have Medicaid and Medicare. And then with Medicare having A and B, and the state will probably more likely pay for his Part B premium. So there'll be nothing out of pocket there. And that opens up a whole bunch of different possibilities with a Medicare Advantage plan called a dual plan. So he'll be able to sign up for that and get some other coverage and possibly some other benefits, and make sure you contact. I have put together a partner team throughout the country that helps with Medicare Advantage supplements, burial insurance, all that kind of good stuff. And they all support our channel, and they will all treat you right. Free quotes, free information. So just call that number, leave us a message, and then with your name, your state, and what you're looking for, or send me an email, and we'll have somebody reach out to you and see what they can do to cover all the gaps. There's lots of gaps of Social Security. Social Security is insurance. You look at your health, you look at your Medicare card, it says insurance. FICA, Federal Insurance Contributions Act. It's so, but if you're going to depend on government insurance alone, then you're going to have a bad time, as they say, right? All right. So let's see here. What else? Is the new law on survivor benefits stacking? Not sure what that means. Possibly someone that's been watching some of these crazy YouTube channels out there with all the misinformation. Yeah, stacking. I mean, you can receive, survivor benefits and your own benefits at the same time. If you file for your own benefits first and then later survivor benefits, then what happens? You continue to get your own check, and then survivor benefits, I guess, stacked on top of there. But if you have the ability to and the numbers work out. Uh, my recommendation is um, collect the survivor benefits first and then let your benefit increase, every month you wait, including DRCs, the delayed retirement credits, and then, collect those. But again, it really depends on your particular situation. So it's a lot of people, they have to crunch the numbers, see how much the survivor benefit is, see how much their own benefit, see if it will ever be more. So, yeah, that's, yep. Um, let's see here. Add plan B 3 months before, 3 months after. Can I enroll last 3 months? Yeah, yeah. So basically, you have the 7 month window. So you have 3 months before your 65th birthday, that month, and then 3 months after. And they just changed the law last year, that before you had to wait. It was the chart to figure out, okay, if you sign up this month, it's a month after. If you sign up this month, it's a month, 2 months after. And so it was a nightmare, trying to remember all that. But Congress made it easy, and they said if you sign up this month, it starts next month. So that, yeah, makes it so much easier. If you're already receiving Social Security benefits, then, yeah, your Medicare will be automatic. Medicare will send you your A and B card automatically about 100 days before. But if you're not receiving Social Security benefits, yeah, then you do have to sign up, and then make sure, then you have to cover all the gaps. There's tons of gaps on original Medicare. Let's see here. I think I have a chart. Let's put it up here. If they're in your budget, that is definitely the way to go. But like I said, you can call my team, and they can walk you through all your options. All right, let's see what other. Hey, sweet bug, how you doing? Let's see here. All right, Vicky. Hello. I waited until 65 to receive my Social Security benefits. Thereafter, my husband died, and I received his. He too waited until 65. So my question is there an income limit for me? Yes. Um, but you said you waited till 65. So, depends how you are right now. It depends what your full retirement age is. Um, so yeah, once you hit your full retirement age, then there is no limit. You can continue working. But if you're still 65, then yeah, there's a limit. There's that 22,000. But the year you turn your full retirement age, then it goes up to 59,000. And then once you hit your full retirement age, you can make, billion bucks a month. It doesn't matter anymore. So there's that. All right. And that's another question, that on those benefits. Um, if you continue working, will that increase your Social Security benefit? Possibly, and because Social Security determines your benefit amount by your high 35 years of earnings. So if you worked last year or this year, and that's one of your high 35 years, then they will kick out the lowest one and then add the new one in there, and then redo the calculation. And that's all automatic as well. So if you worked and you paid in and it's one of your high years, the following year, you just might get two increases. Congress decides you get a COLA increase, you'll get a COLA increase, and then you'll get an increase based on your work. The COLA increase is usually quicker because Congress decides that months before. The benefit amount increase takes a little bit of time because you have to file your taxes and so all that kind of stuff. So there's that. Liberty, such good, helpful information, Dr. Weir. Hey, good. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Thank you. Oh, someone said there's no sound while I had the table up. Oh, okay. Thanks for the information. Okay, good, good, good. Okay. All right. So I will okay. I will be careful out. This is a new system I'm putting up. So okay, thanks for the information. Let's see here. Um, I'm 64, went to a Social Security office and reported my expected earnings for 2024, which will be 10K over the limit. They immediately stop checks till 5K is paid. Can I go in and get this 5K spread over 5 years? Um, if it's a overpayment, they just changed um, the policy there, and they're in the process of changing the policy on overpayments and how to get those processed and taken care of and everything. So yeah, if you have an actual overpayment, so I'm not sure how how they put it in the system. If you got an overpayment letter, a decision of an overpayment, then yes, yes, you can definitely do that. But you have to be an overpayment. If they just stopped it to withhold it in advance, then it's not technically an overpayment. So you would have to have let it become an overpayment and then address it as an overpayment. So there's that. All right. Got a question on, let's see here. I'm doing TikTok too here, and I'm getting some little bit of questions. Just turned 65 in February, have had cancer a little over a year. Um, Man at Social Security office said I could get SSI. Um, Yes, if yeah, sorry to hear that, number one. But yes, if you 65, as long as you're under your full retirement age, because once you hit your full retirement age, nobody gets disability. Everybody is switched. Even people on disability, they're switched from disability to retirement benefits once they hit their full retirement age. But if you're 65, you're not your full retirement age, so you could very, very, very well collect file and collect disability benefits. So if you're already on retirement, yeah, they'd have to do some calculations to see if there's even more money in there, because there's a 5 month waiting period, and if you have cancer, that's a pretty simple claim to adjudicate, to process, in terms of approval for the disability portion. So yes, I mean, it doesn't hurt to try. I would go in there, file an application, and they'll run the numbers. Again, if you've already been receiving Social Security benefits, but if you haven't been receiving Social Security benefits, you're waiting until your full retirement age or something, I would definitely jump at it. Obviously, Medicare won't make a difference because you're already eligible for Medicare at 65. So there's that. Mama Deb, when you pay back the money you're over the earnings limit, what form of payment is best? Personal check? Yeah. So yeah, it has to be. They usually only do. You can actually go online. There's a system online that they just set up within the last few years, so you can go online and pay it. Cashier's check, money order. The Social Security, technically they take cash. They have to take cash. But I think in my decades of working at Social Security, I think we've only had somebody who's demanded. We were like, "Come on, no cash." They knew we had to take cash, And it was a nightmare because we had to take it in, we had to have two people check it, and then we immediately had to send somebody down to the bank to transfer it to a cashier's check. And yeah, it was a nightmare. So please don't pay cash. Cashier's check, money order, yeah, personal check. Think I don't think you pay a debt on a credit card, but anyway. So yep. All right. Let's see, Julie. I read it on the Social Security that if married and spouse died, they made it sound like you get your disability and their Social Security. Stacking it said it's the only time they stack. Well, yeah, I mean, I've never heard it called stacking. Social Security, yeah, we call it concurrent, kind of, yeah, millions and millions of people, I guess, what you call stack, is they're receiving their own retirement and survivor benefits and disability. And yeah, don't really get disability and retirement. It's either one or the other on that one. And people get people get SSI and SSDI. So I guess, yeah, if I've never heard it called stacking, but anyway. I guess that's a word. Yeah. Let's see here. I become disabled. Bill, hey Bill, sorry about that. Become disabled shortly after starting my Social Security benefits at 63. Can I still get SSDI? Can't find an attorney willing to help. Yeah, what happens there is that attorneys, they're in it for the money. Um, and if it doesn't look like you're going to get approved, or if it looks like you're going to get approved but there's no money in it for them, because they get up to $7,200, and I guess they're going to be increasing it this year, so all the attorneys are happy about that fee being increased. Or they get up to 25% of your back pay up to $7,200. So if it doesn't look like there's any back pay or anything, they get no money, so they don't want to touch it. So it's not as though your case is not good. Your case might be, super, super easy, but there's just no money in it for them. So there's that. And if you watch my videos, make sure you watch the 3 or 4 videos I put up on disability, and it tells you, I don't think you need a lawyer for the first couple of steps because they're so easy. The Social Security application asks you the questions the same way the disability lawyer will ask you the questions. So just watch my videos, and it gives you all kinds of tips, tricks, and secrets how to fill it out. But yeah, sorry, I got off a tangent there. But yes, if you are receiving your Social Security benefits, yes, definitely, please file for disability. Call them up and say, hey, I just became disabled, unable to work because of my disability. I assume you're no longer working, or working very minimal. And yes, definitely file. And unfortunately, when I took the hundreds of thousands of disability applications I took when I worked for the agency, I did, I told everybody, oh, it's okay, you'll get an answer in 3 to 6 months. But now it's 6 to 9 months, if you're lucky. So there's that. Yeah, customer service is hurting. All right. Yeah, it looks like everybody says there's no sound when I do the chart. So okay. All right. So, okay, I have to work on that. All right. Let's see here. Let's see what other kind of questions. Mama Deb again. Can I go to Social Security with my amount I'm earnings limit at the end of the year and pay? I don't want them messing with my Social Security check. Yeah. Social Security is always happy to take your money. Yeah, if again, but it's difficult for Social Security if you don't have the overpayment in the system. Social Security can't accept a check. So basically, you work over 10,000, but Social Security doesn't know that until, you actually file your taxes and everything the following year. And then an overpayment is created. And at that time, they can accept a check because the check goes to an established overpayment. But if you say, here's the $5,000 that you're going to say I owe next year, yeah, that's we can't credit an account and just have it just hang there. yeah, that's yeah. So there's that. So that's kind of the insider tips, tricks, and secrets that I know nobody on social media and none of the YouTubers and TikTokers and all those people. Yeah, nobody knows that information. You got to actually work in the agency for decades. Um, let's see here. Can you do a video on SSA programs for starting a business if you're on SSDI? Yeah, there are no programs like that at all. Yep. Um, yeah, there is the Ticket to Work program. It's kind of an organization that Social Security contracts with to help you get back to work. But it doesn't necessarily, just says okay, if you're going to go back to work, you have to, worry about, consider the trial work period and the extended period of eligibility, and you have to stay under this SGA and all this other kind of stuff. But yeah, they don't. There's no programs to help you start a business per se. What happens if you only work 10 years, less than 35? How do you calculate Social Security benefits? Um, then you will have 25 years of zeros, unfortunately. Everybody, please press like. Por favor, please. Onegaishimasu. Spanish, a little Japanese there. Yeah, so because the Social Security retirement benefits are based on your high 35 years of earnings. And if you only have 10, then they will just, um, you know, it'll be 10 years plus 25 years of zeros. So that's going to bring your benefit down quite a bit. Yeah, a lot of people think that it's, based on your last 5 years or your last year of work or something like that. But no, it's over your high 35 years. So let's see what other good. So the question. Dun, dun, dun. And someone asked if their benefit increases. Yeah, again, Social Security benefits increase if you work and pay more into the system. The increase based on COLA increases. They increase every month you wait to collect benefits. Yeah, one of the misunderstandings is people think that they have to wait for their birthday, so they can only apply once a year at their birthday. If not, then their benefit won't increase. That's incorrect. Every month you wait to collect benefits, your benefit increases a little bit. So there's that. All right, what else do we have here? So, dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Question: do you have any suggestions for a frequent traveler for medical insurance while out of the country? No. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find some people that do that. Again, get I've put together teams of because I know all the gaps and the shortcomings of survivor benefits and retirement benefits and Medicare. So I've gone out of my way to put together teams of partners to help with Medicare supplements and Advantage and burial insurance, life insurance, and estate planning. So if you need any of that help, call that number, leave your name, your state, and what you're looking for, or email me and we'll find someone to help you out. But yeah, I'm gonna have to find someone that does travelers insurance because I just did a video was it last week on living overseas, and that seems to be one of the big trend. People are moving to, for some reason, I always pick the P companies or the P countries, Portugal and Panama and Philippines, but they're all over the place. So all right, let's see what else we got here. Kabiru, I'm on SSDI 6-month waiting list. An employer calls me out of the blue to offer me a high gross paying job that's full time. Can I take it and wait for my advocate? And is this common practice? SSDI waiting list. Not sure what that means. There is no real waiting list. Are you on the five? Nobody received benefits for the first 5 months. So if you're approved for disability, you don't get a check for the first 5 months because there's a 5 month waiting period. So maybe that's possibly, or you're just waiting to get your application approved. But anyway, but if yeah, if you know if someone offers you a job and you can do it, again, that's what disability, Social Security disability, that's how it's defined, is the inability to do work. So you filed for disability saying you can't do work, and then so if you can do it, then yeah, you wouldn't be eligible for disability because you can work. So yeah, that's a um, yeah, and I understand a lot of people have disabilities that because they need an income, they just work through their disability. And so they say, yeah, I'm disabled, so I should file for benefits, but you're currently working. So unfortunately, Social Security regulations say, yeah, if you're working over the substantial gainful activity, then yeah, you're not technically disabled, unfortunately. So all right. All right, let's see what else here. Another question, Dr. Weir. Original Medicare, does Part B of Medicare cover prescriptions and the Part D, the other 20%? No. All right. So yeah, Part B covers some medications if they're given in a doctor's office. Like if you have to go to a doctor's office to get a shot, then Part B covers that. But in terms of what everybody thinks as, prescriptions, what we all think of as prescriptions, no, that does not. That's Part D, as in dog, as in drug, Part D. So that is so your son or you, so he'll, you know, get Part A, covers the hospitals, Part B covers the doctors, Part Part B covers the doctors, and Part D covers the prescription drugs. Okay. So he'll need to get one of those, and you get one of those. Those are private companies. You don't sign up for those through Social Security. You have to enroll in those in one of the companies that offer those plans in your particular area. And again, call the number there, email me, tell me what you need, and we'll get you set up with someone in your area. And the best way to do it is, with all of it, the Medicare Advantage, because there's networks and everything. So you have to find out. So the person will, the broker that helps you, they will ask, okay, what doctors do you go to? What prescriptions do you take? And they'll find the best plan for you in that area. One of the mistakes people often make is they sign up with a Medicare Advantage plan or a Medicare supplement plan or whatever because their neighbor has it. That might be the best plan for their neighbor based on what doctors they go to and what prescriptions they take, but everybody is different. So that is the best plan for them, but it might not be the best plan for you. So, and the Medicare Advantage plans and the Medicare prescription drug plans, those change every year. You'll get what's called the annual notice of change in September. It'll tell you about all the changes for the following year. So that's why there's the big, annual enrollment period that starts in October, November, December, when a lot of people change their plans based on, new plans, new benefits, new cost savings every year. So those are the ones you have to kind of keep up on. That's why, again, if you're able to, Medicare supplements, most people sign up for those, a Plan G or a Plan N. They're all basically the same. The G and N are different, but the companies that offer them are, the same. It's the same coverage. If you get a Plan G from XYZ company, they're all the same. Only difference is basically price. And those, once you sign up for those, pretty much you're done for the rest of your life. And there's no networks, no prior authorizations. So that's why I always recommend, Medicare supplement plan if it's in your budget. So I've done some videos on it. I have to do some live videos on Medicare as well. Let's see. Toby, thanks for providing. Yeah, you're welcome. I have to figure out my audio for let me do something real quick. Let me put side by side. Okay, can y'all hear me if I put this side by side? Or if I'm in here, I guess I have to be in there. So, can you hear me now? Please, somebody type in chat whether they can hear me if I have my face up there. If I have my face up there, I think then you're able to hear me. So, all right. So I think there's like a 6-second delay there. So did everybody hear? Okay, perfect. Okay, so now I know the trick. So I have to have my face up there, which is always a scary thing for everybody out there. But hey, what are you gonna do? All right. Thank you for helping me out here with my new system. Let's see here. What else? Dun, dun. Oops. Got one from Vivica Williams. Currently get SSI. Husband passed in January. Sorry to hear that. Applied for survivor benefits. I'm 63. Can you believe all they want to give me is $64 from his Social Security check? Yeah. So his benefit amount was probably 800 and some change or something. Um, or the different, or, oh, okay, a little bit more. Because, yeah, again, so I wonder if they're going to continue your SSI and just give you, whatever he was receiving. Or I wonder if it was he possibly um, worked for a company or a city, or not a company, but a city, state, local government that did not pay into Social Security, perhaps. Yeah, but Liberty 1776. Oh, please hit the like button. Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. All right, Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. Had my CE exam. CE is a consultative exam. That's when you're filing for disability and Social Security wants you to go see one of their doctors. So it's called a CE, consultative exam. March of 2024. How long do you think it will take to hear if I'm disabled enough to get SSI? That's a lot of variables there. So the Social Security doctor or the consultative examiner has to actually write up the report, and then they send it to the state disability determination service, whichever one is doing your case, and they have to review it. So yeah. So it's nowadays. I'd hate to give any estimates because the whole system is, yeah, it's taking way too long. But and that's one thing, again, um, another thing y'all can do to help everybody out there is, contact your local representative, your federal congressional senator, and say, hey, the wait time on, getting approval for disability is unacceptable. The wait time to get an appointment is unacceptable. The computer system Social Security is unacceptable. There's over 1,500 offices throughout the country that they need people to support them to improve customer service. And then I can go back into retirement. So if you called Social Security and they picked up your call immediately and answered your call accurately, then you wouldn't need you wouldn't need me, and I got no place else to go. No, so I'd go back into retirement. So there's that. Many thanks for sharing your years of the experience. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Toby, hey, Semper Fi, thanks for your service. Thank you. Your assistance and knowledge is appreciated. All right, Semper Fi. Let's see. That's questions. You have answered this period. Let's say one starts collecting Social Security at 62. If they work a year, but it's a low amount, does any go towards the regular balance? Ooh, not sure. Okay, so if you're collecting Social Security at 62, yeah, in terms of your benefit amount, yeah, every year, any money in that 35 years, any earnings in that 35 years is, more than zero. So yeah, absolutely. Um, Bayou City. All right. I'm 58. I reviewed my last Social Security benefit estimates on my Social Security account. Good job. Yes, everybody, please do that. And then I just did a video on the importance of, before you finish your taxes, make sure you go into Social Security within the following few weeks after that and confirm that what you paid into FICA actually got all the way to the Social Security computer system. So you go into SSA.gov and you just check to make sure everything is, reflected there correctly. Because yeah, there's millions, millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars probably people lose because, 10, 20 years ago they worked at some place and, they didn't reflect in Social Security correctly for whatever reason. So it's important to check that every year and make sure you tell all your friends and family. And if you're not working, I'm sure someone says, "Hey, have you filed your taxes?" Okay. One more thing before you finish the tax season: go into SSA.gov and make sure it's in there. It takes a little time, a few weeks. You file your taxes, it goes to the IRS, and the IRS notifies Social Security, and then it'll appear in SSA.gov. But yeah, make sure you do that every year because it's 20, 30 years later when you come for retirement, and those are missing years, then you're going to lose money for the rest of your life. Thousands, tens of thousands, $100,000. So. Okay, Nancy, if we can see you, we can hear you. Okay, sounds like an old the Who pinball wizard. Remember that movie? See you here. Okay, yes. All right. Was it Tina Turner was in that movie, wasn't she? Yeah, it was early 1970s. Let's see, Maggie. My American friend who lives in Mexico permanently has not received her U.S. Navy widow's tax information. Is there a website she can access? Yeah, I'm not sure about um, about U.S. Navy widow's tax. So sorry, I can't help you there. But it's a Department of Defense, VA, whatever the case may be. I'm sure they've got something available, online. So I applied for SSI today. They gave me an interview on April 29th. Do I start receiving on the 29th of April? Yeah. You're a very positive person. Yeah, if yeah, so if you already applied, but you have your interview on the 29th, I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, so SSI, that's the welfare-based program. So that they will have to check to see if your income and resources, because that's a mean tested low income program. So first, if you're over 65 and above, then that's called an aged claim, and you can get SSI based on being aged and not having enough work into Social Security. Or the SSI is a disability, so you file for disability. So if you just filed today, then yeah, disability approved, and that'll take months and months and months. All right, let's see what else we got here. Once I worked while getting Social Security, my Social Security was suspended at 100% for 10 months. Yeah, they don't do partial, so it's all or nothing. You get your check or you don't. How does Social Security reconcile with the withheld amount? Yeah, so basically, yeah, if your Social Security was suspended because again, I assume you were receiving retirement benefits and you worked, and Social Security is going to hold back $1 for every $2 you go over, and it turns out that no more checks for the end of till the rest of the year, then yeah, once you hit your full retirement age, then you can restart your benefits and or not. Um, you know, if you restart it at your full retirement age, then there's no more limit to how much you can earn. But some people say, okay, I don't really need the money now, and I want to go ahead and just let it, roll. And so, all right, let's see. Toby, any special considerations concerning Medicare if you're receiving VA disability and Social Security? I'll be 65 in 6 months. Yeah, there's a case by case basis on that. If you're receiving VA disability, so some people they receive VA disability and so they don't sign up for Medicare, or they sign up for Medicare Part A because it's free, but they don't sign up for Part B because that costs 174 and some change. Um, but if they decide to sign up for it later, they're penalized. And Part D, the prescription drug plan as well, they're penalized for forever. So that's why some people say, okay, I don't need it right now. I use the VA predominantly, exclusively, and I'm not going to move or anything. So, and I think the VA, is doing a great job and everything. But those people that want to keep their options open in case something happens, they go ahead and sign up for Part B, and they're you can also sign up. There's Medicare Advantage plans, usually called like a Patriot plan or a Freedom plan or something, that pays for part of your Part B premium. So in a couple of 3 months, if you want, if you've got someone that helps you out with Medicare, contact them. If you don't, give us a call, email me, and we'll put you in touch with someone in your area, and they'll give you all the options. So you'll be 65, and it's April now, so you're looking at October. Yeah, around August, or July, August or something, give us a call, and we'll give you your options for your particular area. And like I said, some people do sign up for Medicare, and some people just say, no, I'm good with the VA. I'm always going to use the VA. I'll never need a second opinion. So there's that. Let's see. I'm having SSA mail to me my detailed earnings record. Oh, okay. Awesome. Good deal. Yeah. Yeah. I talked about a couple of days ago about Social Security employees often confuse people requesting their detailed earnings record for one that people are requesting their detailed earnings record because they need a background check for police department or something. Those Social Security charges for. If you're looking for those detailed records of how much you paid and what company and you work for and everything, then that's free. So if you're looking for it for that, then it's free. Don't let Social Security charge you for that, because it's crazy expensive. It's like over $100 for 2 pieces of paper. But yeah, there's that. All right, that looks like all of the questions. So, all right, I've doing the regularly scheduled Q&As on Thursday, and then I do these pop-ups quite often, it seems like, because there's so many people out there that need help. And so I'm just going to keep on keeping on and doing a lot of lives and get a lot more information out there. And I think that'll do it for today. Y'all take care. Have a beautiful week, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.